I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Well, speaking of Wednesday mornings, if you are headed out to work right now or maybe taking the dog for a walk or something, don't be surprised if there are a few raindrops when you walk outside. Don't let it catch you off guard, because if you've been listening to Thomas Patrick, he has been warning us about this one for the last couple of days, about this rain headed our way. Good morning, Thomas.
Yeah, good morning, Channing. Good morning, Tim. And you caught that right. Yeah, if you are just heading outside, if you got to do that dog walk in the morning, I would say 99% of us are either experiencing a break from the rain or just some light rain. But there's about 1% of us that might be getting some heavy rain or even thunderstorms. It's all very scattered, as you see, across eastern and central Washington and into the far panhandle of North Idaho. So as you see, there's a couple lightning strikes here or there across the region as these showers are drifting towards the north and east. But I do want to point out the one cell that definitely looks like it's the heaviest of them all. It's moving into Post Falls right now, just a single lightning strike within the last 10 minutes here. So that's going to be moving into Post Falls, and it's crossing I-90 right now. So if you know somebody that might be right along that area between Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene, an absolute downpour, but it's only going to last for probably a couple minutes. Looks like that's going to head into the western portions of Coeur d'Alene and towards the Hayden area over the next 10-15 minutes. That's sort of like the 1% that I mentioned. Otherwise, it looks like the rain has at least let up over downtown Spokane at the moment, but we will be tracking these scattered showers through about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning before conditions dry out and certainly warm up by this afternoon.
The homeless camp near I-90 in Freya is continuing to expand on the Department of Transportation's land.
And safety is a major concern as city officials look for homelessness solutions. One person died at the camp earlier this week. The county medical examiner is still investigating what happened. Spokane police say 1,800 incidents, in fact, have been called within a quarter mile of the camp since the start of this year. Officials say calls for service are not always about crime, and despite the reports, most residents say they feel safe, but some are split on how to decrease violence at the camp.
You know, the fire department's okay because they're here saving people, you know. But the police, they just hassle us.
Now, some people say that more medical officials on site could help prevent drug-related activities that lead to violence. According to the Spokane Homeless Coalition, the total number of residents at the camp at the beginning of June was 481. Now, based on the 2022 point-in-time count conducted earlier this year, 58% of unsheltered people experiencing homelessness in Spokane are living at the I-90 camp. Last week, the city approved a lease for the shelter on East Trent Avenue. That shelter should be ready for people to move in by August.
Last month, Spokane City Council members announced a draft of an illegal camping ordinance and looked for community feedback. Today, Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward is planning to propose changes to that draft. KREM 2's Malia Kamal joining us from City Hall to break things down for us this morning. Good morning, Malia.
Good morning, Tim. Yes, today Mayor Nadine Woodward is going to present a draft to address the illegal camping ordinance. Now, the revisions will address protecting public lands, properties, and sidewalks. Now, this will serve as a compromise to the previous version presented by the Spokane City Council. Now, you might remember that last month, Spokane City Council presented a discussion draft regarding the illegal camping ordinance for community feedback. That draft talked about the city's need for shelter space to abide by the Spokane Municipal Code of illegal camping in public areas. It was meant to be a starting point for discussion among council members. Now, today, Mayor Woodward is expected to speak about this at 12:30. In Spokane, Malia Kamal, KREM 2 News.
Jules Helping Hands is hosting a two-day service fair for people living at the I-90 homeless encampment. Volunteers are offering services to people tomorrow, July 7th, and Friday, July 8th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Those interested in volunteering or donating are encouraged to reach out to Jules Helping Hands by email. Wildfires are already having an impact across the western part of the United States. Fires in Idaho, California, and Utah have already burned thousands of acres, with causes ranging from gunshots to fireworks. The Talon Fire burned south of Boise and is now under control as of last night. The wildfire charred more than 100 acres since it started Monday night. A Bureau of Land Management fire specialist says gunshots started the fire. He says shootings are one of the top 3 fire starters every year. If people decide to go shooting, then preparation is key. Having the right tools like a shovel, fire extinguisher, and water can make a big difference in stopping a fire.
In the meantime, the National Interagency Fire Center is warning that fire seasons are becoming year-round events. Now, Congress passed a bill last year to increase firefighter pay and turn many seasonal jobs into full-time ones. The goal is to improve firefighters' quality of life and retain more employees.
The bipartisan infrastructure law is going to help us with is allowing us to offer better work-life balance, increased pay, and then providing more firefighters so that firefighters can take time off during the summer and sort of reset.
Last fall, the NIFC hired almost 17,000 firefighters for agencies across the country. With this new law, they expect to see that number increase in the fall.
For the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic began, families who need help paying for school lunches for their kids will be required to submit an application. During the pandemic, the full price of meals was covered for all students and no application was required. With the passage of the Keeps Kids Fed Act last month, low-income students who fall above the poverty line will once again pay a reduced price for school lunches. Families who participate in federal assistance programs such as SNAPs automatically qualify. It is important to note, though, that this application is for the school year and not the summer food programs. If you would like a link for more information on school food programs, you can text the word food to the number 509-448-2000.
It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time. 2 people had to be rescued from the Spokane River Monday night. Now, the boaters were fishing off a catamaran when they came upon a bridge and flipped. One man was found trying to climb out of the river. Rescue crews deployed kayaks and a jet boat to reach the other man who was unable to get out. They pulled him out of the river and firefighters were able to recover the boat. A man was killed in a drive-by shooting near North Belt in West Everett in Spokane on Sunday. Major crimes detectives are investigating, but they do not believe that the murder is random. So far, no arrests have been made, and anyone with information is asked to contact Crime Check. 2 Spokane women were indicted for COVID-19 relief fraud. Now, the women sought $900,000 in relief funding and received $350,000. The women were caught by a specialized task force designed to catch cases of COVID-19 relief fraud. If convicted, they could face up to 20 years in prison. Providence is announcing a new program to improve women's experience during labor. The program, Team Birth, would improve communication and teamwork between the women giving birth, the baby, and their care team. Team Birth uses a whiteboard that outlines care plans and progress for the patient and the baby. And that's a look at your morning rush.